Question is from White Angel. Dear Misty, my name is Alex, and I keep running into the guy that cheated on me. He keeps showing affection towards me, and I kind of like him still too. What should I do? Alex, White Angel. There's a lot of, ex situations, and I've done a lot of videos on exes and things. If I can find some that might be relevant to the situation, I'll put them here. The biggest one I can think of right now is you broke up for a reason. It's like returning to it. In the Bible, for example, there's a verse. It's not John 3:16. I can't think of it right now. I kept thinking like John 3:16. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about a dog going back to its vomit, meaning you let it go already. Think forward, think new, bigger, and better things. Don't ever look back and think, constantly go forward. But my simplest advice to you is this. Number one, you broke up for a reason. What is that reason? Was it because he moved to Afghanistan and you weren't going to see him for 10 years? And now he's back. Surprise, I miss you and I love you. Oh, let's get together again. We were so perfect and wonderful. Or did you break up for a reason? Meaning, in our memories, a lot of times things are better than we thought they were, or they're worse than we thought. For example, we were dirt poor, and we ate pancakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like months. Well, in reality, it was probably weeks. Like before we could get a real meal, and then it was months again before we could, maybe it was even days, but I just know that that was in my life, and it was years and years that we had to do that, but there was definitely times when we had real food, but in my mind it was like, months. But that's my memory. It's a little more severe than the real life things. So, looking back at your relationships, your affection is going to be like, oh, but I liked him. And to be honest with you, there is a guy that I used to date, and he cheated on me. And the funny thing is, he didn't know I just started doing drag. And I was working at a little bar in Naples, Florida called The Galley. And I was emceeing, and he was there. Supposedly, he was at his sister's birthday party or his mother's birthday party or something. And I was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Because I was going to invite him to the show, but he had to go to his mother's or whatever. And he was there at the bar making out with somebody else. And I'm a kisser. So that, really pissed me off. So I walked up to him with a British accent. I thought I was all British when I first started. I thought I had to talk very fishy or something. Hello, love, kind of things like that. I don't know, it's kind of stupid. But he didn't know who he was. He didn't even know I did drag, and I talked to him. Anyways, the next day I broke up with him, and he didn't believe that I'm like, I saw you kissing somebody at the bar, and he was like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, I fucking saw you. And he's like, why didn't you say hi to me? I'm like, I did. I walked right up to you and said, what's your name? And he was like, why would you say that? I'm like, I went to the closet, pulled the wig out. Needless to say, part of me still really likes him. He now moved to Fort Lauderdale, and I see him semi-regularly, like at big events, especially like prides and things like that. And a piece of me is like, oh, he was a really good kisser. He was a really good lover. But then I remember, but he's a cheater. He cheated on me all the time, I find out. Not to mention that, but I've known him through 4 boyfriends, and he's cheated on all of them too. The reality is, I don't want to date him. I wouldn't want that in my life now. But yeah, I miss being with him a little bit, but the reality is, I don't want to be with him ever again. Knowing what I know then, I probably wouldn't have been with him then, because he really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to you, White Angel, and what you should do is follow your heart. If he hurt you, and if he cheated on you, he's going to do it again. Why can't I talk to them? if whatever situation caused your breakup is now resolved, for example, if he didn't have a job and he didn't have a car and you lived, you know, half an hour away and it was really hard for you to see each other and he never had money and he was always begging you for money and it was just, you always fought about it and you're like, oh, I can't see anymore, this is, you know, whatever. And then now he has a job and a car and like, oh, well, maybe it could work. I don't know. But unless whatever caused your breakup is changed, I would say avoid him like the plague, girl. But yeah, flirt. Everybody likes flirting. Straight guys love to flirt with gay guys. Gay guys love to flirt with women. We like attention because we're human beings. And knowing that you like him or knowing that he likes you, of course you're going to flirt with him. Everybody wants to be wanted. The reality is you know better. Don't go back to it. Don't be a dog that goes back to his vomit. Anyways, loving you is easy.